Hey guys, it's Jalapeno here with another baseboard DIY. For this project, we're going to be installing a baseboard. The homeowners had accidentally damaged the baseboard, and one option I offered was to bondo it, and the other one was to replace it. They chose to replace it, so that's what we're going to do. Oh, and look, I got a little foam pad. I have some knee pads, but this works as well. It's actually a little bit more comfortable, to be honest. But anyways, what you want to do is whenever you take baseboard off, usually they have caulking where the baseboard meets the wall. So I just kind of scrape that off, and then I'm going to measure from the wall all the way to the mantle. And for this one, it was just straight cuts, no 45s, no 22.5s. That just makes it a little bit more simple. But just remember, measure twice, cut once. That's the motto I live by. Once you cut up your board, just make sure it's nice and tight and it's where you want it. I'm going to be using my 18 gauge nailer here. I'm going to be using 2-inch nails as well. And then I put one at the top, one at the bottom. One thing I do recommend is if you have a stud finder or anything like that, just make sure you hit the studs because it's going to make the baseboard, super tight up against the wall and it's not going to flex or move. And then after I'm done nailing the baseboard up, what I'm going to do now is use that Crawford's Painter's Putty. You could get it at Sherwin-Williams. I don't think Lowe's has them or Home Depot. A lot of people use putty knives to apply the Crawford's Painter's Putty, but I just kind of apply it with my finger and then I sand it down. I think it's a much better finish. Once you're done with that, what you want to do is tape the floor and tape the wall. I don't want to make a mess, so that's usually why I use the tape. And then I'm also going to caulk the inside corners here. I'm also going to caulk the top of the baseboard where the baseboard meets the wall. You see that little gap there? What this is going to do is just fill the gap, obviously. But it's also going to create a little seal so that when I paint, the paint doesn't bleed through the blue tape and it's going to look, like a nice straight line. And then last time I did a caulking video, I got a lot of comments that I don't know how to use a caulk gun. As you saw in the video, yeah, I don't know. But anyways, look, I don't have to have 30-40 years experience in cutting in. I could just kind of, as long as I don't get the paint over the blue tape there, we should be pretty good. And then the reason also why I tape the floor is so that I could use this foam roller. These baseboards are sprayed with a sprayer, and I don't want to leave any brush marks, so that foam roller gives it the same effect as if I would have sprayed, especially if you add a little bit of Floetrol. It's gonna help it not have that little orange peely look to it as well. After you're done painting, make sure you do enough coats of paint. These baseboards are primed when I buy them from Home Depot, so I just needed to do 2 extra coats of the gloss paint. Pull your blue tape. Just be super cautious. You don't want to pull it too fast because it might bring the paint from the wall as well. So just be super cautious with that. And that's pretty much it. It'll take a couple hours for it to dry completely, but there we go. Jalapeno solutions. Boom.